You can be in a room with 50 people right now and still feel like the only person in it. That's not in your head. It's not weakness and it's not depression. It's something specific happening to almost everyone alive right now. And most people can't explain why. Underneath the followers, the group chats, the likes, there's just this: a heart, a nervous system, a person that still needs something very old, very simple, and very hard to get. And right now, that heart is buried under notifications, DMs, and 1,000 tiny pings that feel like connection, but were never built to satisfy it. So let's actually answer it. Why you can be lonely in a crowd. Here's the trap. Every year, you add more people, more followers, more contacts, more group chats that never go quiet. The crowd around you keeps getting bigger. But zoom out and look at what's actually happening. You're standing in the exact center of more people than any human in history has ever had access to. And you've never felt smaller. This isn't a feeling, it's a pattern. As our connections have climbed for 20 straight years, loneliness has climbed right alongside it. Not despite it. With it. 10,000 followers, maybe 0 people you'd actually call at 3 a.m. That's the trade we've all been quietly making, and most of us never agreed to it. So what's actually going on? Why does adding more people only seem to make this worse? To answer that, we have to go back. Long before phones, long before cities. Back to the fire. Your brain wasn't designed for the world you live in. It was designed for that one. And it's still running on the exact same hardware. Specifically, a part called the neocortex, the section of your brain that tracks who you trust, who you know, and who's actually in your corner, and that part has a hard limit. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar found it sits around 150 people, the most relationships a human brain can realistically hold on to at once. Everyone past that 150, your brain can barely tell them apart. They just become noise. Hundreds of dots raining down outside the one circle that actually counts. And that's exactly where your phone lands, every app on it fighting for a seat at a table that was already full a long time ago. So you push. More followers, more matches, more people added to the pile. And your brain does the one thing it's always done. It bounces most of them right off. Because no matter how close 2 people get online, there's a wall your brain can feel that a screen has never been able to cross. We've built the most connected society that has ever existed, and somehow made it the loneliest one. Welcome to Alone Together. Here's the part that should actually worry you. Every relationship you have right now is doing one of 2 things: getting warmer or quietly going cold. And digital connection by itself doesn't generate any warmth at all. You can be wired into 500 threads and still be sitting completely alone in a dark room. So if piling on more connections isn't the fix, what actually is? Turns out your brain never needed 150 people to feel okay. Strip away the noise, and almost everything you actually need fits inside a circle of about 5. 5 people who genuinely know you beat 500 who just know your name. That's not a downgrade. That's the whole point. So the goal was never a bigger network. It's a warmer center. And building that starts somewhere almost embarrassingly simple. An actual table with an actual person sitting across from you. No phone competing for the room. No notification trying to steal the moment. Just 2 people fully there at the same time. That's the whole trick. Presence, undivided, uninterrupted, is the one thing no app has ever managed to fake. Try looking at your own life this way. Not as one giant network, but as rings. An inner circle, then everyone else. You were never meant to light up every ring at once. You were only ever meant to keep that center one burning, because underneath all of it, the followers, the feeds, the noise, there's still just one heartbeat, looking for a few people to actually share it with. Not 1,000 connections, a handful of real ones, burning brightly enough to actually matter. So here's the challenge. Stop counting how many people are in your life. Start asking how many of them would actually pick up if you called tonight. Pick one person today, not a like, not a comment. An actual conversation, phone down, fully present. That's the exact moment the loneliness starts to loosen its grip. Because in a world handing you 10,000 followers for free, the bravest thing you can actually do is choose 5. If this gave you something to sit with, you already know what to do. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.